I'm going to start to share my screen. I can't see it, but it's a family tree. Okay, it's there. And so I'm about to show family tree. And I've been trying to pretty much get everybody in. So you can see things we're going to start here right here. Family tree. Women and talk with me and my mom. And so for Denise, we have a house Charles, brother, his birthday's coming up. His birthday is Charles. I still was born. Born Bailey and birthday. So we're following the brothers. And the brothers Jean, Margietta, Evita, Denise, Tim, got married on here finally. Clyde, Harold, James. Now remember these names, okay? And Candy is so we're gonna close now. And if we look to the next line, we have the Bell Glover. Notice the bell. And parents are Charles George. Pay attention to Charles George. Emily. Okay, first one. 13. Pruitt, Joseph, Hackett, Colette Alec, Patty, Willie, Lizzie, and John Glover. So this is this particular line right here. Ulysses Glover, which Uncle Jim's correct one of them name was exactly a general and keep repeating. So I need you guys to pay attention. Bayless, John, Glover, Lizzie, Elizabeth, pay attention to these names. So let's go to granddad, Bayless. Okay? Here's what following. You can edit this. Parents, Charles George. Queen Esther from the Bible. This is confirmed. This is where the word comes from. If you look at Charles George Glover, if you Google it, Charles George is secret. The Tale of Two Kings, Charles II and Charles III. So, Charles III, born in London, is the grandson of King George II, the oldest son. Okay? And so this one, I'm trying to think, oh, she the Charlie George could not have been the same. But we've been talking to Uncle G, and he had many businesses, and he had freedom papers, and we were finding this out. So here's what Google will have us see. Okay? No. Wait. No, stop that. Charles the third. when you see this true identity, because they hide it, there you go. Okay, you can look at that on the top. Let's see if I can go. Let's see here. Black British Poetry. Here we go. So, who do you have here? This is Louis Duke, and this is 1675 to 1755. Royal Paris, ancient nobility. Okay, now this is good. So you see that. Okay. Now, if you look closely, King James the First is a black Israelite. How to do. Okay. Trying to get you to there it is. Say this. You have to go in the black nobility. Okay. So King George the Third. Okay. His Majesty King George the Third of Great Britain was here in America. Okay. Age, European history. Now, if you see this, he was only surviving member of John Brown and the Harper's Ferry, William Harper's Ferry Union Army Civil War. Okay. Check out the eyes. And I'm gonna go and get this picture out in the head. So again, let's go back here. We are going to actually two. Now, here's someone else's tree that's tracking Francis James Glover. It's a good time, born 1728, and lived in. Now, if you look at the names Richard, Elizabeth, okay, her father is Jacob Glover, Samuel Glover, Hannah, John, Charles, James, Elizabeth, Mary, Ann. Okay, these names keep recycling over and over. And if you look at the family tree, blood relatives, it's a lot. It's more than just us and the descendants, because they just had each child, their child had a family. So let's just go to Richard. We got 1664. That matches exactly to the time in Maryland when Mary was established. Maryland. 1664. Okay. So, you see this interracial law marriage, that was due to us. Okay. So blacks before the law and colonial marriage. That is our ancestors. So we continue up in their parents, if you look closely, to granddad's parents. We have John Jr. Benjamin Glover Scott. We have 1719 to 1860. And we know he lived that long. We have his grave, we know where he is. And this is our second great great grandfather. So John Jr., aka Benjamin Glover. So who's Benjamin Glover? Is it Benjamin Glover? Jr.? This is now the time of the Civil War. Okay? So Benjamin. Start here. Benjamin Glover. Look at this. It starts out in Massachusetts. And a lot of stuff I've been doing with them. Look at the same time. It depends on what state you're looking in. And then where he was. His father's Peter, his mother's Anne. He married Charity. Now, the reason why they have so many different names, because it's Edward, Lucy, Sally, John, Anna, William, 5 more children. Thomas Jefferson declared Declaration of Independence in 1776 when he was 8. Declaration to the King, King George III. We have a Joseph Glover entry, Harriet Glover, Benjamin Glover, Lucy Glover, Massachusetts, all types of things here. Okay, so he was not just in South Carolina, he was not just in Maryland, and he is the same Benjamin Banneker of Maryland. Benaki, because he was African. If you look in our Benjamin. Benjamin is married to Polly, and that's where Jeray and I have really been going off on who Polly is, because she was. That's what we need. So we have our added thing, Benaki depicted in the mural in the Deeds Building in Washington, D.C., born 1731, Baltimore County, Providence, Maryland, British America. Othello, Baltimore County, Maryland. Other names, Benjamin Banneker, Revolutionary War Journal, Benjamin Scott Mays. The reason why they had so many aliases is because they were royalty and they were being considered. Benjamin Scott Mays, African American soldier, came 3 times by the British. This is where the Jesus resurrection story comes from. Very little has been reported about Daddy Ben Scott Mays. He was an outlandish, in the term, born in Africa. Remained a slave until his death. He made his mark in the American Revolutionary War, where he was accompanied by his master, John Scott, which is his father. John Scott Jr. They said he was captured. The British demanded to tell him where him and his master were hidden, and they were refused. Benjamin was hanged 3 times, but was either cut down each time prior to suffocating for further interrogation, or some indication after 3 times the British gave up. After the circumstances of his life, the most varied history, I've attempted to present a better picture of archived geological text listings and census reports. And we're going to post this for you. He was born in West Africa, and they said he pretty much died in the, he was older than this. He was a captive of war, sold to Muslim slavers, or was kidnapped from Africa. There is accounts of America sending a ship to Africa to go get the slaves and to bring them back to Maryland, which actually shows up in the Maryland archives, which he named in Annapolis. They settled here with the Cherokee, and John, his father, did a lot of negotiations. We're going to get into John Scott in a minute. So a year after annexed Virginia, but was denied. Prior to this period, Cherokee Nation had aligned themselves with the British. So, in a sense, married Hannah McCorkey, who married Hannah. Pay attention to that name. We go to this part. The Sundry Wars of 1790. We look at the Sundry Wars after 1790 was passed by South Carolina House of Representatives, clarifying the status of free subjects of the Sultan of Morocco, Mohammed bin Abdallah. Okay, And this is where I kind of pieced together because I couldn't understand how Charlie George had freedom papers and Ben seemed to do whatever he needed to do. And he had money for him to stay. So in this petition, it's talking about Negroes and free persons of color. Now look, if you look here, Thomas Worth Glover Papers in South Carolina, which is in Duke. It's a Bible. It's our Glover Bible, and they have it. They have the possession of it. Okay, here are the free Moors of South Carolina. Moors means black and melanated people. And this is in 1789 to 1790. We look all the way down. This petition is presented from the House of the Sons of Moors, subjects of the Emperor of Morocco with the United States. And this humble petition of Francis, Daniel, Hammond, and Samuel, okay, on behalf of their wives, Fatima, Flora, Sarah, Clorinda, and Hannah. Now, Clorinda is here. Clorinda is his mom. Here, Classy. So Classy was a free Moor. Francis was a free Moor. Holly was a free Moor. Ben was a free Moor. Okay. And Ephraim or Abraham or Isaac or it's many different names. He was a free Moor. So if we go back down here. Freddie, me, Elizabeth, Louis, Anne, Rose, Nona, which are five, Mary Ann Glover, Patty. Our tree matches up exactly to the three inhabitants of 96th District, the Inspector of Tobacco, the Campbells, that's why one of the Campbells involved in this, the Marshals, because each crest and name of their surname had a particular uh, title and what they did in the Royal House. Now, this, I found a document with Charlie George in South Carolina, and this is to say the estates, abbreviation. I've seen it before, and it basically means it's a way of written royalty of a way to certify document. So I'm going to add this in. So we're going to go back to our family tree. So I was just showing you Francis Scott. So I'm going up to now. Yeah, James Francis Edward Stewart. He is the next. He is nicknamed the Old Pretender by the Whigs. He is the son of King James II, King of England, Ireland, Scotland. His second wife was Mary of Modena. Mary of Modena is also Jane or to her, Classy Joan Walker. Okay. Now look at the time, from 1658. Her children, his second wife of John, James Scott, H. Harrison Glover. Okay. His first wife was Annie Hyde. So, and Joan Classy Clorinda is second wife. So if we go to Jane Scott, VA, and Egyptians. Yeah, this is our relative. Came to Virginia from overseas in 1740. In 1740, um, the father Samuel Scott, Anne Scott is her mother. She married Isaac, which is not true. This person has been discovered. And Samuel actually married Joan after James was killed. So if you're looking at the siblings, notice Francis, Rebecca, Jane, all of the same, Benjamin, John. The deal was when she was married to James, she was pregnant and got murdered. So she was a widow and pregnant with him. So I'm going to show you a picture. Mary. Maybe. He proved that she was yes, it says she's from Queen of England at the time. Okay. And this is her video. So I'm going to display information here to the picture. And if you look at it, notice all these people, James Francis, William, Charles, Mary Louise, Queen Anne, James II, and Hyde. These are all never knew people who here. She, they're showing her definitely at the woman there, okay? And at a certain point, she was pregnant. When she came to Virginia, she was actually charged with a crime of being pregnant without being married. The forgotten queen, but this is real. And here's the marriage. So after a certain point, John, who is John, husband, which is King James II, and I was saying before, now it was 1600, and they've all been married since then. First American Mint, he came from the jewelry shop. I think this should be under bed. He was purchased by Reverend Glover of Charlestown, South Carolina. Scott had benefits and was allowed to marry legally. Scott is Samuel. His wife, Cassie, is Belinda. 3 wars in 96. He traveled to visit his brother in Charleston and possibly others in the petition. Okay. They also are known as Douglas, South Africa. All types of things are already popping up and showing on our tree that we didn't add. Okay. So we have James, Phyllis, Scott, Harold, Glover, Stewart, and we also say Scott. So I'm going to go into my particular document. This is bigger. So I started to do a lot of books. We got the June tree, I got the Scott tree, and I started matching them up, lining them up. So we had almost 200 years of baseball plus stuff in the whole bunch. I found documents where they Congress, or they Scotland, the British strawberries. Notes in the Scottish, Irish, and German settlers of Virginia and the Carolinas. There's documents that I can send to everybody. The Turks of South Carolina, the Revolutionary War Turks. Turks are also considered Moors or African American, Scott Native American history, because Holly, at a certain point, one of her properties is with the tribe. The history of the Mongoloids, basically the people in the mountains that were from another country that have been there. This is the most beautiful document. Um, if you want to learn about John Scott, the Book of Negroes also has the Black Loyalists, which has all of our ancestors in there. When Scotland is Jewish is another book that has our information. Again, I have done a DNA, and it matches up. And I will keep going and do a part two. But Ephraim Scott is the son of Francis Scott, and we talk about Francis Scott too, but is also Francis Glover. Of Halifax, North Carolina, Francis Scott had two brothers named John Scott and Abraham Scott, and that's in our tree. They were in Virginia, Hampton. I've been to a library in Northern North Carolina, and they had a ancestry archaeology research center, and I gave them my ancestry name, and that's who this information they gave to me. So one more time, that was really interesting that I didn't even know existed. Property tax list in 1808. You have Benjamin, you have James John. We check out the acres, tens of acres. Three names, 4 blacks. James Taylor Cook, James Noble Commissioner Order. Look at all this property Benjamin has in Ohio. I mean, thousands of acres. Thousands of acres. So when I was stuck on the Benjamin Banneker, and when I found out that he actually owned stock in the Bank of Georgetown, I'm recording. They actually have a name. Fascinating story of the early American movement on Black History Month. He's one of the first property owners, which is now Good Place in Upper Georgetown. He was the first investor of the Bank of Georgetown. He was one of the most notable residents. So, in a sense, he basically he invested money and actually loaned money from the president's bank. So he established the United States first bank. And I'm going to just, if anybody sees this after, I will send you all the links, take your time and go through it. We arrived in Annapolis in 1752 aboard the Elijah. It was purchased by Samuel William or John, which is his father. There, they would basically chattel or list the family as slaves in order for them to keep them together. So I'm gonna go to the White House. I'm around some nasty motherfuckers in this house. No. You close the door, please. You can wait a minute. Waiting for you. This is White House history. In 1818, John was assessed in tax for owning 36 enslaved individuals in Baltimore, including two young women named Maria and Kizia. These names appeared 26 years later in inventory after his death. They listed her children, Martha, and think about George Washington's wife, Martha, Mary Ellen, James, Williams, and William and Mary. How did they end up in Washington after slavery was abolished? And the family who lived and worked in the Decatur House on Lafayette Square. So we keep going, and we're talking about Baltimore and the Indian Queen Tavern, where he had an establishment, many businesses. He had two billets rooms, stables, bed chambers. So we keep going down. Look at this. This is the law. He left Baltimore for DC in 1823 after 2 years in the Franklin House Hotel. In 1830 census, it says he had 6 enslaved women. This was also the family. So we keep going down. Look at these names. Henry King, Maria King, Charles King, Sarah Jane King, George King, Maria Williams, Martha Ann Williams, Mary Ellen Williams, James Williams, Oliver, Rosa, Nancy, James, Joshua Long, Susan Bell. I'm going to stop it here. This is part 1. So, if you guys are interested in part 2 of what I have and where I am, we can catch up again. So I'm going to stop it right here and then send it out to the family and hopefully other links. So, Easter, this whole Easter and resurrection is about your family. About one brother, half brother trying to kill the other one because he was rich. One that said he was the king's son, and he was pretty much enslaved and killed for it because one brother wanted him out of the kitchen. The kingdom got split in half when King James II and King James' father passed Charles the First. So it's been a long line, about 400 years of War of the Roses, and somewhere around the Depression, the white warriors came and seized all of our property. The Vatican has our stuff, the England has our stuff, and the United States has seized all of our land. And sensitivity trust and historical society, property, all types of things. So I think we need to have conversations soon. From the record section, good movie.